School administrators in Morton are weighing their options when it comes to their back-to-school plan. WMBD's Treasure Roberts explains what students can expect this fall when they return.
The return to school, a concern for thousands of Central Illinois students and parents.
I have kids who are sometimes, we're talking about, oh, I don't want to go to school. They just maybe had a hard test the next day or something, and now they can't wait.
Morton School Board members laying out plans for what they're calling an unpredictable 2020-2021 school year. They are efforting to balance the needs of public health and effective education.
No one will be 100% happy. But there will be plenty of things for folks to be happy about.
School leaders working in overdrive so parents will get a heads up on what their children can expect when the bell rings.
It's best for the parents to know exactly how things are going to work as soon as possible. And so I think the best thing to do is to finalize something now. If something should change, we all understand that.
While other districts are adopting the hybrid learning model, Morton School District plans for a 5-day school week. A parent survey shows more than 60% of students plan to come back to school.
5.2% responded no, we're not coming. And then when we asked them why, the vast majority of that 5.2% was due to the mask requirement.
4 school calendars for the upcoming school year are under consideration right now. Each one differs in the start and end time of classes, duration of holiday breaks, and number of emergency days.
That was Treasure Roberts reporting. Board members say that they will recommend a return to school plan by July 21st. Entire high school teams can now train together. It's a next step toward a potential fall season for them. The executive director of the IHSA announced on Sunday that athletes can now train in groups of up to 50, a jump from the previous limit of 10 approved by the Illinois Department of Health. The athletic director from District 87 in Bloomington says that coaches will monitor athletes to make sure that none practice if they have symptoms of COVID-19.
Getting our coaches, to understand the importance of wearing a mask, to communicate with athletes that when they're not engaged, actively in the activity of the drill, to, socially distance themselves.
And he says the protocols in place right now could change at any time. Now to your COVID-19 coverage. After more than 70 cases of coronavirus dating back to Thursday, the Tri-County area is reporting 8 cases as of today. 4 people tested positive in Peoria County and 2 each in Tazewell and Woodford counties. McLean County reporting the first death in more than a month. The county's 14th person to die from the virus since the pandemic started. 3 other people testing positive for COVID-19, bringing the overall number of cases just over 280, and more than 240 people have fully recovered. Across Illinois, just under 600 new cases. 37 people died since yesterday. That's after consecutive days of only 6 deaths. More than 1.8 million tests have been conducted statewide, 94% of cases recovering. The Morton Pumpkin Festival will go on this year, but it will look very different because of COVID-19. The Morton Chamber of Commerce announced that the popular festival will take place as scheduled from September 16th through the 19th, but events typically held on festival grounds will now be in different spots around the village. There will be a mix of in-person and virtual events taking place. This year's theme is Roaring Pumpkins and all that jazz. East Peoria leaders announced that they're moving forward to phase 3 of the Tri-County reopening plan. This phase allows weddings and funerals to pick back up. Athletic fields may also reopen, as well as large venues for entertainment. All of those types of events are allowed under limited social distancing guidelines. East Peoria Mayor John Call says that this plan is different from Governor J.B. Pritzker's Restore Illinois plan, but he says people are smart, and he says they can make decisions for themselves.
What we have brought forward is something that people can choose to do or choose not to do. It doesn't compel anyone to defy the governor or do anything that they don't feel is in their best interest, but it basically puts everything back to personal responsibility, which is where we think it should be in the first place.
Mayor Call says East Peoria leaders made the plan by looking at metrics of the virus in Tazewell County and surrounding areas. Also in East Peoria, the city wants your input on what to include in a new community park. The Community Foundation plans to build in a green space right behind the library and City Hall. The president of the foundation says that they're hoping to build a splash pad, terrace seating, and a spot for local entertainment. The foundation is hoping to raise $1.5 million before they start building the park. To give your input, you can find this survey on our website, ciproud.com. Well, a Peoria business owner is facing a 1-2 punch when it comes to staying open in the midst of the pandemic. Janet Cornish Davis and her husband George opened Janet's Just For You 27 years ago in Peoria. But the future of the boutique has been uncertain recently. This comes following intermittent closures due to the coronavirus concerns and recent looting within that area. But Janet is pushing forward for her family while also sharing a message of unity.
We're all working hard to have what we want to have and do what we want to do in life, you know, because it's not easy.
And you can tune in tonight at 10 p.m. as Janet and George both share their story of persistence with me in this week's Open for Business. We've also got that story right now on ciproud.com. Still ahead, one man could be kicked out of his apartment after supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. We've got his story up next.